I did robberies, burglaries, extortion, drugs, used drugs, sold drugs. What did it get me? Got me to Soledad, Folsom, San Quentin, Backerville, Susanville, Sierra, Tracy, and as a kid I went to a camp, juvenile hall, youth authority. Just wasting away, you know, in kind of a steel brick mother. And anybody says that they were dished a stretch in the joint is full of shit. My mama didn't tell me to do it. I swear to God, my dad never told me, go do that robbery. You know, it wasn't the fact that I was Chicano, it wasn't the fact that I was underprivileged, none of that. Do you know what I mean? I shot dope and did robberies. That's how I got into the pen, see? And when I finally decided, well, wait a minute, let me figure out how can I put this time to use. Got a high school diploma, started going to AA, went to NA, didn't even know I had a drug problem, didn't know I had an alcohol. I did, but I really didn't want to admit it. But you start going and you start realizing, wait, I did that, I did that, I did that too. Pretty soon you realize, wait a minute, man, most of my life has been governed by alcohol and drugs. So I started going to those meetings. That was a drastic change in my life, and that's what had to happen.
We started on a Steven Seagal film.
Mark for Death with Steven Seagal.
Well, Danny, man, I've seen you grow so much from what was it, like 5, 6 years ago when we did Mark for Death, and I was in a theater, you know, when I saw you come out in Con Air, I was like, hey, okay, Danny, that boy. People turn and look at me like, what is that? I was so excited to see you there. You just did such a marvelous job in it too, and it was really great.
And on this one, it's like on that one I worked with Nicolas Cage and John Malkovich. This one I'm working with Harrison Ford and Anne Hesh, you know. I mean, it's like, you know, when I was in Kauai, I went and spoke at the prison there. You talk about flashbacks, you know. Every time I go to a prison, and believe me, I'm not glad anybody's there, but I'm so absolutely grateful that it's not me. When I was in prison, I felt like I belonged there. I felt like this is the way things are supposed to be. I'm supposed to be a drug addict. I'm supposed to be a robber. I'm supposed to be a criminal. And I think I was more afraid of getting out than going in, because getting out, you know, why do I want to get out, leave this comfortable thing that I've developed, get out, try to play that game with the parole officer, I'm clean, yeah, I'm clean, all that shit, and I'm doing good, and then get a habit, get arrested, get back to court, plead guilty to a lesser charge, go to Chino, take all them tests to find out, no, I never played with dolls, go through all the penals just to get back to where I'm at. I was raised with my grandmother and a bunch of girl cousins for a long time, so I was kind of a sissy little kid the first 7 years of my life. But at the age of 8, I moved in with my dad, my grandfather, my dad's 5 brothers. So I can remember Friday nights when one of my uncles would come home, cut, get in a bar fight, and everybody'd get excited, and they'd grab guns and all go running outside, and everybody meet at the emergency hospital, you know. And I remember being 8 years old, watching this and saying, you know, that's what men do. You know? My Uncle Gilbert was kind of like my mentor. You know, he kind of showed me how to fight and smoke weed. He turned me on the grass when I was about 8 years old. And every time I say that, people think that that was like a bad thing, you know, but because of where I was going, what the stuff he taught me was the absolute best stuff in the world.